So after you've done the why, it becomes the how. So how are we doing this? How are we literally creating this paradigm shift? And you realize our listeners already heard before how we're creating these alternatives and that we're this group, and none of it really makes sense to them yet. And this is the part where you get it to really make sense to them in a way where they can really be like, okay, this is real, this is happening, this is something I can connect to. And I like to emphasize on three main points here, or rather three main points that lead up to the last one. First main point, we are a network of cooperatively owned eco-communities that provide for our people rent-free living spaces. So we're getting out of the indentured servitude idea concept of we need to pay rent, I got to pay my $800, or whatever. No, fuck that, old paradigm. New paradigm is you get your rent free. It's amazing. Totally revolutionary. So we're a network of these eco communities that are providing rent-free space for our people to empower them. Now, on these communities are cooperative businesses that fairly distribute wealth. And what these businesses do is instead of stacking wealth like a pyramid, we redistribute wealth like a web of life. And in our models, there's way more money for everyone, including the community. So our communities hold space for our people to live and thrive, and our businesses employ our people in a way where they can act out of their joy and excitement in purpose while also making money, because we all need money because we live in a world of money. So of course you need to work, but now instead of working for the man, you can work for yourself, and you can be an owner of the company that you work with instead of for, because we're bringing the paradigm from slavery to co-ownership. Finally, our churches own everything. Everything's in a trust, owned by a thing, owned by a thing, owned by a church. And what this allows us to do is we don't have to pay tribute to the military-industrial corporate complex. We are not avoiding taxes. We are avoiding paying these guys that we don't want to pay their tribute gang money. That's how I look at it anyway. I know that's a pretty harsh view that you don't necessarily need to iterate, but basically churches all over the place are doing it. We're a big church. We're actually a Native American tribal alliance of churches and also modern Caucasian-based churches. So the churches own everything. The eco-communities hold space. The businesses operate it. And then what the EN really is, what we really are, is an organization that is taking these models of success that have existed long before we did. These communities and businesses, some of them have been around for over 100 years, right? So these models have been thriving for a long time. And what we're doing is turning these models into franchises. And then we're creating a global support system so that anyone, anywhere in the world can start their own community or their own business or both. And we're here to support everyone in the world into employing themselves, living rent-free, and being an owner in the new paradigm instead of a slave in the old one.